More money, more problems. In today's video, we will be giving you the top 10 bank robberies. Here's what we'll cover: sophisticated planning, cunning tactics, and high stakes and losses. So, fellow pioneers of elegance, welcome to Luxury Explored, the pinnacle stop for those in pursuit of life's most exquisite pleasures, dedicated to catering to discerning connoisseurs across the globe. But wait, before we immerse ourselves deeper, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and accompany us on our journey through a treasure trove of captivating and informative videos. How can institutions better safeguard themselves against internal breaches like insider-led heists? This question taps into the core of the topic, emphasizing the need for fortified security measures within institutions to prevent occurrences like inside job heists. It delves into the vital area of bolstering safeguards, implementing stringent checks, and establishing systems that thwart potential breaches arising from within the organization. By examining this question, institutions can reflect on their security protocols, ensuring they have robust measures in place to mitigate the risks posed by insider threats, ultimately safeguarding their assets and maintaining trust within their systems. Number 10. Dunbar Armored. The Inspector's Conspiracy 1997. Heist $19 million. This heist, among the largest in U.S. history, had an unexpected twist. It was an inside job. Picture this. The mastermind behind the plan was a regional safety inspector for Dunbar, Alan Pace. Needing a team of 5, he enlisted childhood buddies to stage an ambush on guards at a fully loaded cash drop vault one Friday night. Once they breached the stash, they packed a U-Haul and nearly made a clean getaway until one of them slipped up and spilled the beans. Believe it or not, even now, more than half of the loot remains mysteriously unaccounted for. Number 9. Brinks Warehouse, the fiery robbery. Heist, $30 million. In the annals of heist history, the caper went down on November 26, 1983, when a crew of 6 infiltrated the company's bank stronghold at Heathrow Airport. Picture this. They swooped in and snagged a jaw-dropping haul of $30 million in diamonds, gold bullion, and cold, hard cash. Here's the kicker. Anthony Black, the security guard on duty, turned rogue and became a part of this audacious heist. Originally eyeing a cool £3 million, their plan took a wild turn when they stumbled upon an extra 3 tons of glittering gold and precious diamonds. But wait, there's more drama. The aftermath saw a string of murders linked to the case. While most of the gang has been caught and convicted, the treasure trove of gold remains an elusive mystery, never to be found again. Number 8. Northern Bank, the Family Love 2004. Heist $50 million. Picture this. Just a whisker away from Christmas. A crew of imposters, posing as high-ranking officials, barged into the homes of not one but 2 bank branch managers. Talk about nerve. With guns drawn, they held these managers and their families hostage. And here's where the plot thickens. The night before Christmas Eve became the backdrop for the largest bank heist ever witnessed in the UK. As the sun rose on the fateful day, the families, still under threat, were used as leverage, while the Northern Bank officials were coerced into conducting business as usual, only to open the floodgates for these crooks at the end of the workday. Once the robbers were in position, they let the families off the hook, unharmed. The Irish and UK authorities initially pointed fingers at the Irish Republican Army, but they vehemently denied any involvement. Rumors swirled, implicating groups like the Provisional IRA, or Sinn Féin. Yet to this day, the mystery remains unsolved, leaving us all scratching our heads in bewilderment. Number 7. Banco Central in Fortaleza, the Underground Work 2006. Heist $69.8 million. Picture this heist tale straight out of Brazil in 2005. A gang of cunning crooks went undercover, renting a city property and playing the part of innocent landscapers. But here's where it gets juicy. These crafty thieves devoted a whopping 3 months to tunneling. Yes, you heard that right. They burrowed a mind-boggling 256-foot-long passageway straight under the bank. And get this, the tunnel wasn't your run-of-the-mill dirt hole. It was decked out with wooden panel walls and even electric lights, like something out of a DIY home project. From a house to the Banco Central, this subterranean marvel paved their way to an unbelievable haul of $79.1 million over a sneaky weekend. Talk about timing. The authorities were left scratching their heads until Monday. More than 40 arrests were made, including the brains behind it all, Antonio D. Rahab. But here's the kicker. Only a fraction, a measly $8 million, was ever recovered. Cue the plot twist music. Number 6. Great Train Robbery, 1963. Heist, $74 million. In the swinging 60s of 1963, here's a heist tale that'll leave you wide-eyed. An elaborate scheme to intercept a Royal Mail train loaded with treasures, featuring a whopping 16 robbers. Imagine this train, the Night Flyer, chugging its way from Glasgow, only to fall right into the clutches of these crafty criminals. The plan? Pure genius. They rigged the signals along the tracks, forcing the train to screech to a halt in a desolate spot. There, the conductor found himself outnumbered and outmatched as the thieves stormed the high-value carriage, snatching up their prize. Meanwhile, the oblivious folks in other train sections didn't catch on until they realized their engine and 2 carriages had vanished into thin air. Can you believe it? Out of 128 mailbags, a staggering 120 vanished into the night, along with a jaw-dropping $74 million. Talk about an exit strategy. Most of the gangs skipped town, but guess what? The long arm of the law caught up with them eventually. The chase was on. Number 5. Securitas Depot, the cash cage hostages 2006, heist $92.5 million. In the British saga of cash capers, this heist stands tall as one of the grandest in history, unraveled in Kent, England. Brace yourself for this nail-biter, a robbery that stretched over several intense hours. The stage was set when a gang snatched and menaced the bank manager's family, then corralled 14 employees and coerced the manager into unlocking the cash vaults. What happened next? A jaw-dropping $92 million in crisp banknotes vanished from the depot. But wait for the twist. The robbers, after pocketing their loot, left their hostages snugly nestled within the cash cages. Now, the plot thickens. Most of the gang got nabbed and faced the music in court. However, rumor has it that at least one of the crew is sipping pina coladas in the West Indies, living large off that hefty loot. Talk about a plot twist worthy of a Hollywood script. Number 4, Nightsbridge Security Deposit, the Italian work, 1987. Heist $200 million. This sensational bank heist, orchestrated by none other than the Italian charmer and notorious criminal Valerio Vici, unfolded its drama in July 1987. Now, Vici wasn't new to this game. He had a rap sheet boasting over 50 successful bank robberies in his colorful lifetime. Here's the setup. Sauntering into the bank during regular business hours, under the guise of needing access to a safety deposit box, Vici and his armed sidekick made their move. With handguns in hand, they herded the manager and staff into submission, paving the way for their scheme. Once they had the reins, Vici signaled for backup, and his crew swooped in like a pack of wolves. Their mission? Crack open as many security boxes as they could lay their hands on and clean out the safe. And bingo! They vanished into thin air with a mind-boggling $200 million haul, stuffed with cash, jewels, and more. It was a heist for the ages. But alas, Vici's taste of liberty was short-lived. The guy made the rookie mistake of returning to Italy to grab his Ferrari, And you guessed it, he got caught. Oh, the irony of it all. Number 3, British Bank of the Middle East, the brute force, 1976. Heist, $210 million. On a fateful day, January 20th, 1976, a squad linked to the Palestine Liberation Organization pulled off an audacious move. They used sheer force to bulldoze into a bank by blasting through a wall it shared with a Catholic church. Picture the scene. Once they had their way, they strolled off with a dazzling loot that included a jaw-dropping stash of up to $50 million in gold, cash, stocks, and jewels. Fast forward to today, and that treasure trove's value has soared to over 3 times its 1976 worth, clocking in at a staggering $210 million. Talk about inflation turning a tidy sum into a colossal fortune. Number 2, Dar El Salam Bank, the Guards at Work, 2007. Heist, $282 million. In this enigmatic heist involving a vast sum of American cash, a shocking revelation surfaced. As per the Iraqi Interior Minister, the whole affair was steered by 2 bank guards. Yep, the very guardians of security were the brains behind it. Adding intrigue, suspicions pointed towards an insider at the Interior Ministry. Picture this. A secretive overnight robbery rattled Baghdad in 2007, jolting the financial realm. The next morning, employees found the front door open, the vault emptied, and the guards vanished like a magician's trick. Cue the suspenseful music. Authorities swiftly caught the guards, but only a fraction of the loot was recovered. It's a real-life thriller plot, complete with unexpected twists and gripping suspense. Number 1, Central Bank of Iraq, the family business, 2003. Heist, $920 million. This epic bank heist outshines all others on the list. No guns, no masks, just sheer audacity. Imagine this. It unfolded the day before the US began bombing Iraq. Nearly $1 billion vanished from the central bank in a string of heists. No masks, no hostages. The weapon? A note bearing Saddam Hussein's signature. Qusay, his son, walked in, flashed the note, and walked out with boxes brimming with $100 bills stamped as security money. Unbelievable, right? Loading it onto trucks took over 5 hours. It's as if he said, "Hey, my dad needs this," and they handed it over. But the twist? Although the money wasn't technically his, poor Qusay met his end in a skirmish with the US military. The lesson from these captivating heists boils down to trust, but verify. These tales of deception, whether through internal collusion or external force, expose the vulnerability within trusted systems. They emphasize the need for robust checks, enhanced security measures, and constant monitoring to fortify against breaches. These stories stress the importance of vigilance and skepticism, advocating for strengthened systems to resist the temptation of illicit gains and avert such calamitous events. That's a wrap for this video, Top 10 Bank Robberies. If you learned something, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video. This is Luxury Explored.